Hey, good morning. So I've been watching the NBA Finals that have been going on, and so I watched. I played basketball since I was probably my teens, and continue to here in my early 50s. Love the game, enjoy it. So many great pieces. But took some time off, probably with kids and just life for a bit. So really watched a lot of 80s, 90s, and then just jumped back in the past maybe 4 or 5 years. So just noticing some really big differences in the game these days, and maybe it's my contrast. So four things I've seen that jump out to me that make it really a different game these days, and it's interesting to watch. And this isn't one of those, you know, better or worse than era type videos. This is more just observational. Just the game's changed. So first thing I've noticed is how many of the guys shoot threes. Even with that 3-point line, shoot back, move back. It's amazing how many guys can shoot the three and deep. It's amazing to me. And yeah, I mean, maybe you'd have two guys in a team who shoot threes or that kind of range back in the 80s, 90s, and these days you've got multiple guys, and the distance on it's pretty mind-boggling. So it's fun to watch. Second thing is probably the running and the speed. I'm noticing, man, just the flat out speed as I'm watching. The pace that goes on getting up and down the court is incredible. In that the guys didn't have the speed back in the 80s and 90s, but just they have more consistent kind of. I think this goes with the body type, which will be kind of something else I'll mention. But just the speed of the game is fast. Certainly these two teams I'm watching. Just almost sprinting up and down the court, either for threes or for these breakaway layups. So just just the style. Maybe it's more of a style that goes with the speed there. It's just almost frenetic and chaotic at times. It's crazy to watch how intentional plays can even be made at times. So interesting, just the speed, the freneticness. Number two. Third one is the quick hands. Just noticing how the quick hands, and once again, maybe this is the teams I'm watching, are just getting hands in there for steals, and it, not just on entry passes, but when guys have the balls, and maybe the ball's over their head, and just the interesting ways that the steals will happen and the hands come in there is pretty incredible. I think maybe it goes with the pace of the game as well, but really quick hands. And you'd see some guys like a Gary Payton or maybe a Jordan, some guys like that who have quick hands that come in there, in the past. But just quite a few hands that are really quick, and just in different ways and in different angles that the steals seem to be happening. So that's the third thing. Number four, body type. I'm just noticing, so much length from guys. This might be the most notable, along with number one with the 3-pointers. The length, the leanness, and the height. So many guys have height, and top to bottom, but the big guys, so many 7-footers, and they can run the court pretty well too, and it's amazing. Versus 80s, 90s, you had a bunch of guys who had these just muscular. I always think of Charles Oakley or kind of a Horace Grant, just thicker guys who played the game. It was more that bruising kind of style, and just different, and just kind of more of a physicality. As they had guys who could really just clog the middle. These days, it's guys who are just quicker and taller, and they can bounce in and out, and maybe shoot 3-pointers. So noticing that about on the guys, and yet, so I noted those four things. I could probably name others too, but along with that, I'm still noticing the same quality as what it comes down to as far as winning the finals, winning a championship. Who can maintain that mental, physical, emotional toughness and consistency, that drive to win and stay consistent game in and game out and throughout the whole game, that consistency to just lay it on and not take your foot off the pedal. And that's someone who's just a winner, someone who wins championships. In the words of Tim Grover, the trainer, who's a cleaner, who's that guy who's going to shut it all out. So anyhow, still comes down to, I think, one key quality. But yeah, just interesting styles. And once again, just probably rule changes have gone into part of how this changed. But yeah, interesting changes in the game today. In the past 5 years or so versus the 80s, 90s, which is pretty classic ball. I can't speak as much to the time in between the years I took off, but yeah, interesting to watch and just a different kind of game these days. So anyhow, hope you're watching the finals and enjoying. I sure am, and hope you enjoyed this video too. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll check you out for some more. Thanks.